I'm the type I like to catch things. So if I see a lizard or I don't know, anything like that, like a grasshopper, sometimes it's fun for me to try and catch it. I've had a good enough experience with whatever catching, and we're going back down the trail back to the car, and a snake goes across, and most of the snakes I've caught are basic garter snakes or just smaller stuff. This was kind of a bigger snake. It's getting away, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I need to try and catch it. Obviously that's not the smartest thing to do. I was smart enough to know it wasn't a water moccasin or a coral snake or a rattlesnake um, or a copperhead or something like that. But I knew it wasn't a deadly poisonous snake. That being said, it's still a dumb idea. It's getting away. All that's in my reach is his tail. So I grab his tail, pick it up, and the first thing the snake does is, of course, hey, I've been caught. So he whips around and then bites me on the wrist. And I'm like, oh, great. And so I grabbed it, I ripped him, ripped the head off, and well, just grab his head, pull it off, and I throw him on the ground. I'm like, oh, that was a really dumb idea. And here comes, luckily the member and another missionary. I say luckily. Luckily they caught him. Like, well, that's not really luckily, but I thought it was cool that we caught him. So yeah, they got a stick on his head and like grabbed his like tail, and so the member was able to hold him up. And we're still not sure if it was a poisonous snake. Based off its head, it might have been. I don't know. Anyways, the moral of the story is don't do that. Um, but it's still kind of funny. I Yeah, I don't know what would have happened if I wasn't a missionary. You never know. All I know is I remember I told my mom a little later, and she told me there's the scripture that says that poison won't be able to like affect you. But that being said, don't do that again, even though you're a missionary. I was like, all right, I'll remember that. But yeah, it's kind of a funny story.